We are privileged to have Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari sir to deliver the keynote address at today's event. Professor Tiwari is the Director of Indian Institute of Management, Mumbai, Vice Chancellor of Tata Institute of Social Sciences. Under his leadership, Institute's rank has been improved to 9 from 29 in NIRF ranking for management. Extremely passionate about research, he has often been claimed as one of the best professors. He is an experienced professor with demonstrated history of working in manufacturing and logistics industry, skilled in mathematical modeling, supply chain optimization, developing search algorithms for manufacturing and logistic operations, scheduling and control problems, product and process improvements. He was a professor at Department of Industrial Engineering and Management at IIT Kharagpur and at National Institute of Advanced Manufacturing Technology, Ranchi. He has led numerous projects and consultancy assignments with prominent industry and government organizations in India, including Indian Air Force, Procter & Gamble, Tata, Hitachi, and ports located in eastern India. Recipient of the Most Influential Researcher Award in the domain of operations and supply chain management, David F. Baker Distinguished Research Award from IISc, USA 2023, and Mahalanobis Distinguished Educator Award from the ORSI. He is on the editorial board of several international journals and associate senior editor of several renowned journals like IJPR, POMS, etc. He serves as a chairman, sectional committee of Global Initiative for Academic Networks, GYAN, chairman of Board of UG Studies, AICTE, and member of BOG at NIFFT, Ranchi, and Institute of Chemical Technology, Mumbai. He is a fellow of Indian Institute of Industrial Engineers and Indian National Academy of Engineering and National Academy of Sciences. He has published more than 354 papers in highly reputed international journals. Let us extend a warm welcome to him and call him upon the stage.
Am I audible? So first of all, pranam from my side and respected Professor Chaudhary and very senior and honorable professor whom I know since my student days, Professor Subhashji, Professor Aute, and many other colleagues who are here. So just let me take the names also. Professor Jayendran, who did PhD with my friend in the Arjuna state, and then Professor Bala Muruganji, and Professor Avinash Bharadwaj, Professor Manjesh Hanwal, Hemchandra ji, whom I know since he was doing PhD with Professor Narhari, and then Professor Biruna Kabitha, Professor Urban Larson, Astos Mahajan ji, then Vishnu Narayan, Narayan Ranganatha ji, whom I have nicely passed 2-3 days in Germany, and then K.S. Mallikarjun Rao, Mr. Priyank Sinha, and their associated faculty like Madhur Bellur and Jack Krishna Nair ji, and visiting faculty Kavita Ramanan, and respected Professor P.G. Aute ji, and our beloved Professor Subhash Babu ji, and Siddharth Sengupta ji, perhaps he is not here, Arjun Professor. So this list of very accomplished professor along with the Dean Academic Affairs of IIT Bombay and the dear students, alumni of this particular stream, I can say that when I was exposed to the different branches of engineering and thought to do some research work, so someone told me that there is an interesting topic which is having interface with the manufacturing and industrial. So there was no clear-cut idea because we have studied industrial engineering means very popular notion in the industry was Ghadi Babu actually. When people say Ghadi Babu means they always move with the stopwatch and know that how much time it requires to complete a task actually. So this was very popular notion for computing the manpower analysis mostly in the industry. Because of time they calculate that how many people we require. So this was the one particular things I was exposed about industrial engineering. Then motion time economy, left hand right hand chart, and later on all other things which are part of the analysis of operations actually, and also how the job design etc. is to be planned. Soon we were also exposed to the different concepts of industrial management, that how the power of cooperation, coordination and hierarchy, organizational development, all those things can contribute to the growth of the industry. So these things were already on, but we could not get enough interest that how some analytically sound thing can be done. Then when this OR and its modern version, analytics comes into picture, then we saw that this is a big challenging branch. But still it was very difficult to convince the people what is this branch actually. Because people very happy if they say mechanical, they see civil, they see electronics, computer science to puchiye mat, sonem suhaga, aircraft if they see aerospace. But हमारा तो कहीं दिखता नहीं इंडस्ट्रियल जो है, इंडस्ट्री दिखती लेकिन इंडस्ट्रियल नहीं दिखता है. So most of the parents, those who come to the department in our IIT Kharagpur, they ask this question. सर ये बताइए ब्रांच का क्या भविष्य क्या है, पहला क्वेश्चन, एंड पैकेज कितना मिलेगा, करेक्ट. सो व्हेन वी वर स्टूडेंट मेनी टाइम्स वी कन्विंस देखो बहुत अच्छा है, इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी है, ट्रांसडिसिप्लिनरी है, होल इंडस्ट्री यू कैन नॉट फाइंड अ सिंगल इंडस्ट्री वेयर देयर इज नो एनी IOR प्रोफेशनल. कोई समझ में नहीं आता लोगों को, कुछ भी बोलिए. सर यू टेल मी हु इज द CEO ऑफ द कंपनी, एनी इंडस्ट्रियल इंजीनियर, मोस्टली CEOs आर MBAs हैं. So again difficulty, sir जब MBA करना है तो हम MS क्यों करें, why we do like this. So many cross questions they ask parents and we were failed to answer them much because most of the time we had very tough time. Package was mostly from our branch in IIT Kharagpur was in 12 to 14 lakh rupees per annum, and across us there was a business school where most of the private and state government boys used to come, and their package was 16 lakh, 17 lakh, 18 lakh average. तो अगेन प्रॉब्लम, सर देखिए उधर आया 18 लाख पा रहा है, हमको 14 लाख मिल रहा है. सो लाइक दिस टाइप ऑफ कंपेरिजन दे यूज्ड टू डू. देन वी यूज्ड टू टेक एग्जांपल, नो फर्स्ट इन द बिगिनिंग, लेटर ऑन यू विल राइज. So one of my friend was there, he got irritated by one parent was constantly asking, अच्छा सर एक साल बाद कितना पैकेज होगा, 2 साल बाद कितना पैकेज होगा. Then he got irritated, so that he can also be thrown out of the company actually, correct? So this type of things, very much question being asked about the industrial engineering, but very few know what is the power of industrial engineering actually. And current era ना, जैसे कहते हैं सही समय है, यही समय है. This is the most fit time to talk about the industrial engineering, because let's take Government of India. There was a big problem to handle the interdepartmental project. Our distinguished alumni Professor Subhasish ji, when he was a student at IIT Kharagpur, so there were 2 railway lines he has to cross, and total time normally in the busy time was somewhere around 15 to 20 minutes to cross those 2 railway lines. Once our very revered industrialist and software tycoon Narayan Murthy ji was coming to deliver a talk. He was 45 minutes blocked and his program was delayed by more than 30 minutes. Then he fired our director at that time. क्या आप लोग करते हो, एक तो ओवरब्रिज नहीं बनवा सकते हैं आप लोग जो है. तो what was problem of overbridge? Problem of overbridge was that, land belonged to railway, and road belongs to the state government, West Bengal government, and IIT belongs to the Ministry of Human Resource Development, at that time not education. So question is, these three departments, how to distribute and who will fund? So great Pranab came into the support, and he said that, okay, you make the proposal, we will see. So he nicely distributed 25 crore rupees to all the three, and then contract was given by railway to some agency, and in 2012 overbridge was created. So idea is this: whenever there are different silos of the departments, there are different, they were not talking to each other. The problem of such kind of combined collective decision making comes into the picture. So in order to solve this, it is a small project, you can say like this, but there are very big projects. How to handle such kind of things? So there is a platform related engineering, which is a combination of geospatial technologies, many digital technologies, where many APIs you can link to provide the informations. So with the help of this institute under the Ministry of Electronics, earlier it was Gujarat government venture called Bijak was created, and they started simplifying the process of interdepartmental silo removal business, and information sharing becomes very simple. And whole program was given a name PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan. So under this scheme, most of the transportation, logistics, infra development projects can be studied and planned in 2 to 3 weeks time by sitting at one place, because all the information, if the municipality and others map nicely, then you can get and you can plan whether there will be tunnel within the hillocks, or there will be side way through which you can go, which one will be cheaper. All these routing decisions can be taken there. So question is, such a interdepartmental projects where we have to quickly create the infrastructure, we have to bother about the multimodal parks, we have to create many of the roads linkage that connects the port, airport, road, and also multimodal parks, so that more and more business volume can grow. Because at present our economy is, let's say, 5th position, somewhere around $4 trillion. When you want to move, and if you see our growth rate, then I think by 2029 or 30, we may reach to 3. And it is projected that in 10 more years, we may cross 2. Then imagine what will be the volume, business volume. Then how many such kind of things you need? What's the talent level? What kind of expertise you need at that time? तब ये कार ऐसे ही चलेगा, या हाइड्रोजन फ्यूल वाली रहेगी, या ईवी आएगा, क्या चलेगा? So such kind of questions are ranging in your mind and everybody's mind. So recently I visited IT Delhi guest house. I saw that near main guest house there is charging station also. It means what it says, you have to make near petrol pump charging. So facility planning, which is one of the core component of industrial and systems engineering or industrial INOR. So now you have to look from this angle also, then imagine how many people you need. One area of I, broad area of I, that is called industrial, is supply chain and logistics. Currently employ around 22 million, means 2.2 crore people, a rough estimate. And it is projected that by 2040, keeping in mind the recent technological development like IoT devices, AR, VR technology, AI, ML, and all those cloud computing, cyber security, and mobile apps, and QR coding. If you see all these software tools, then guess how many people you need by 2040 to manage not only the road infrastructure, logistics, supply chain, import, export, warehousing, fulfillment centers, e-commerce. So this magnitude suggests that very timely you have opened this department to cover. Just I am giving you a glimpse about what happened in logistics sector and supply chain. Let us enlarge the domain. healthcare. One of the area where we massively need trained person to decide where will the location of hospital, where will be the different departments in the hospital, where will be the operation theatre, what kind of medicine procurement systems you follow, what is the information system within the hospital, what kind of funding policy you are adopting, whether you are attached with the different schemes of insurances or not. So imagine who are working at present, just see, and what is the outcome of that. Many times even dead bodies are kept for longer time because there is no payment came from the insurance parties. So healthcare is another very interesting area where this current department planned called INOR, its power will have massive applications. Third area you can go. Very soon you are not going to get rid of the minerals. You have to have your power plants. You have to your steel plants. You have to many other metallurgical operations that you have to do. The question is that what are the raw materials you require for that? So if you see most of the goods train, what they are containing and with what they are moving on the tracks, we find most of them are moving 3-4 items only. Number one, large amount of petroleum products are supplied through the railway using goods train. Second is coal. Third is, now because of silo, operations has been reduced, otherwise food grains by the FCI. They were the bulk transporter through the railways. And just imagine, is there any good relationship between the private bodies who are operating trucks and railway? अच्छा है. Suppose you want to send your car by railway, आपको नाको चने चबाने पड़ जाएगा. Because there is no proper digital arrangements, there is no proper customization of all those things through which a road network body, like say in e-commerce, you order something and they deliver it to your house. Similarly, it is not possible that you want to send your car or you want to send say 2 bags of something through railway. Then why not there can be simple arrangement for sending all this thing, and also delivery time you also know. I was just talking to a FedEx center you are having, and a FedEx personnel, he was holding a very significant position. He was telling me that FedEx in coming 5 years going to save a $1.5 billion by simply rearranging their assets. The question is what kind of asset they are having. Mostly they are having the aeroplanes. At present they have 700 aeroplanes. And these 700 aeroplanes, they are moving on different routes to transport their items which are sent by different agencies. But it is found that not all the routes are equally busy. So they have some dedicated route, they have some slightly less dedicated route, and somewhere they found that ki zarurat hi nahi hai. They can hire the belly capacity to some other airlines and they can send the items. So by this their target is to reduce at least 300 planes, and by that process they will minimize the overall capital expenditure by $1.5 billion. So question is, all such analysis, you can see people with all those degrees they are doing. No, I think best person, best talent, best expertise to map all such criticalities where you have to take a decision not from one discipline but from many disciplines. Like simple OR model if you take. We normally define objective function constraints. These constraints cover almost most of the things which we encounter. And about model, one thing what Professor George Box mentioned long time ago is always true, whether the model is developed by the computer scientist or model is developed by the industrial engineer or it is developed by the weather scientist, whatever it may be. First definition is that all models are wrong, but some are useful. So when they some are useful means we have to bother about that useful models, correct? So in that, many of the constraints that we define, they pose a significant computing challenges. And when it was not very simple to calculate, then I remember even simple branch and bound programs, if you want to run for 30 variables, I have seen the printout of karkar parpar bolte hue from here to the back seat of the small one. And then go on bounding, lower bound kaha hai, upper bound kaha hai, like this, and then plan a graph to see that where it is going on. So now it has so cheaply available that even many persons can do all such operations on mobile also. The packages which are available like Cplex and Groovy and all those things, they have further minimized the task that we have to do. Now only question is how nicely you model those things. Then question comes, there is very popular problems that we face as industrial engineer is how we link the uncertainty, deterministic and uncertainty, stochastic situations. So there is popular saying that highly determinant person will not have thorough knowledge. Means deterministic situation is only encountered when there is less information. The moment volume of information increases, that cannot be certain. So when that cannot be certain means you cannot say thin or patch. Then you have to say in the ranges 4 to 8, 3 to 7, like this. And when you say like this, then there will be vagueness. The question is how to handle such kind of thing. So you have to go for the different kind of scenario building, stochastic programs, and such kind of things are very common in the field. Like say a simple example I tell you. I come from the village. There are different kind of farmers. They have 2 bigha zameen, 3 bigha zameen, somebody has 20 bigha zameen. And the question is, when they get their wheat or paddy, so there is a system that FCI puts different positions, procurement centers, where to purchase, and where every farmer used to move their produces so that they can be weighted, and then FCI can purchase it, and later on after 1 month or 2 months they get the money for their produce. And you have to mention that kitna bora diya yahan pe, correct? Like this. So many times it happens that a place from where maximum wheat is produced, they have to travel more than where less wheat is produced. So this creates problem of transportation, this creates problem of unnecessary burden. So in order to solve that, simple, if you have the map of the area, you can see that this primary school is closer to the highest producer, or another school is closer to highest producer. So by this simple process, you can minimize the travel time. Similarly also when you are planning to send the nearest railway station, that also can be planned like this. So when you have this PM Gati Shakti and National Master Plan and its map-based data centers available, then you can easily solve such problem without doing anything. Even BDOs and village pradhans can also have this kind of solutions they can give. But at present they are not doing it. Result is, total logistic cost was 14%, but recently due to several highways, interconnected ways and all this multimodal transportation facilities which are being created, a recent study by DPIIT suggests that this has come down to somewhere around 8 to 9% actually. And target is that let it be at least 6 to 7%. And when it happens, then most of the product will be quite cheap. So idea is this, the different models which we are having, whether it's a deterministic or it's a stochastic or fuzzy, they need to have a massive computational facilities. And sometimes it is not possible to solve by the normal packages, then you have to go for some newer methods. And these methods are not so common methods, but their root is from the nature. They are called nature-inspired computing and nature-inspired search methodologies. So then many algorithms come up, like say genetic game, simulated annealing, ant colony. So all these algorithms were there, but they have developed by mimicking the functionalities of different natural phenomena. There is big problem in these algorithms that you have to always tune their parameters. and that is why industry person does not like much. Say इसका result हमको अच्छा नहीं लगता है. आप उधर वाला चलाओ, like all this linear programming, integer programming, mixed programming, through all this GAMS and others, they like it. But the moment you say हम GS से निकाल देते हैं, बोले छोड़ दो उसको, सर उसमें बहुत बार ट्यून करना पड़ेगा, छोड़ दो उसे. Correct? List, I am telling you, these are the some of the challenges when you talk to your customers, you will face. One simple problem I tell you, port. There was a port in the eastern side where we are doing some project. So they were getting coal from the New Zealand and Australia. And these coals need to be sent to the many steel plants and power plants in and around Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and some places in the West Bengal. The problem was that the railway was able to give only 6 rakes to them. एक रेक में लगभग 100 डब्बा होता है. And one ship of 293 meter long carries 20 rakes of the coal. And that one ship long loaded coal is sufficient to feed 1500 megawatt power plants for at least 1.5 months. So many times these people who are purchasing this coal from Australia and New Zealand, their coal in the yard was blacked because they were getting only 6 rakes, and 6 rakes se clear hota nahi. So result is that the port itself got choked actually. So question was that how to handle this problem, and one day ship waiting means $20,000 and 1 hour rake waiting is 1,000 rupees. So port was daily facing problem of giving penalty only, and fault of port was none. Why? Because most of the customers, they were very big industrialists, but they were not clearing their coal. And why they were not clearing? Their condition was that we are not getting rake, if it's sufficient rake from the railway. Then when we studied the problem, we found that there is one solution. So ship penalty can only be levied when ship comes to the berthing. But as long as it is on the anchorage side, there is no penalty at all. And also you allow the ship to come to the berthing only when you have the sufficient space. And they used to, many times within the port itself, they handle the materials. So extra material handling cost was also coming to them actually. So solution came, they have to put more silos so that quickly they can load the rake, and also wait and give time to the ship only when you have sufficient space. But this model which we developed based on the rule-based simulations, that was valid only for 2 berthing stations. The moment you increase the berthing station, that model will not have anywhere. Why? Then you have to design a fresh, develop fresh rules, more rules. So this is the problem of rule-based modeling, rule-based simulation. कितना rule बनाओगे आप जो? Correct? So then rule generator came. Means one things are coming up. कौन बनाया rule generator? Why? So because of all this neural network, because of all the AI tools, and they are becoming so powerful. Then I was stunned to see one Nature article few weeks back that many of the drug companies who are developing different molecules, they are taking advantage of all these LLM models, large language models, to build up new variety of drugs, because earlier they have not conceived those kind of molecules actually. And of course this requires testing, this requires many type of, going through the grilling process of validations, and then only you can say that this is a good drug for particular disease or not. And that is why there were a lot of suspicions were raised also when we have a vaccine for the corona came. They said that 6 mahine mein kaise ban gayi? Correct? There is a big question mark by those who are expert. Correct? I think kuch step inhone block kiya hai. This was very common kind of thing. Because normally one drug, one vaccine take a lot of time. And most of the vaccines are prepared by companies like Merck and etc. And they have big business in this Asian part of the things. And recently we encountered one problem with them also. Say ocean versus sea problem, ocean versus air problem actually. So most of these vaccines they supply through air actually. And their plants were there in the Poland and other side of the area. And when they want to send it through air, certainly it was coming through which route? किसके ऊपर से? Ukraine के. And Ukraine in fight with the Russia. The question is then they have to do other route back behind China. That takes more time. Charge बढ़ जाएगा. Then they are given a problem to us that can you analyze that how much additional inventory of how many weeks of the vaccine inventory we keep at the two ports, so that if you send it through ship, then we can maintain at least supply without giving too much. But problem of when they send through the ship, then inventory cost is more. And when they send through the air, then transportation cost is more. So where is the trade-off actually? So we found that there is trade-off by ship, but there is delay also by ship, correct? So such kind of analysis now, by having more OR, more I people, we can do and handle this thing. Recently, one more big challenge has come up to your kitty. That is cyber security. Because mobile has penetrated like anything. Even in the villages and other places also, I just came across one situation. There was one boy went from the city to a place in village, but they have Wi-Fi system also because of 4G available there also. So they were all going to burn a dead body. So reach. So he was having a mobile. बहुत देर से देखा नहीं ऐसा लगता है कुछ सोशल मीडिया वगैरह में. Then he asked, is there any way can operate? बोले yes, कनेक्शन तो आ रहा है. So बोला अच्छा ठीक है, वाईफाई है? बोले हाँ. पासवर्ड क्या है? Then that old man said, क्या बात कर रहे हो? You came on dead body burial, मैयत में आए हो, क्या कर रहे हो? तो मैयत यम स्मॉल आर कैपिटल. He thought that मैयत is the password and yam small or capital they have to write, then only the Wi-Fi will be enabled. So such kind of penetration of the mobile in every nook and corner is not only helping but also creating problem like Jamtara incidents, correct? Jamtara is a place in the Jharkhand and Bengal border, and such kind of they very cleverly choose bordering area. Why? Because these mobile towers are changing and their code is changing. When you just 10 km go that side, you get very near to the Asansol, and this side you come, then you come to Jharkhand, and further 20 km you go, then you go to Bihar. So idea is that zone where 3 state mobile towers are there, very difficult to identify the location of these persons, correct? And similar area now they identified near Mathura and Palwal and Rajasthan, that area border Bharatpur, correct? So that place also is like this. So more and more cyber crimes, particularly on this bank, frauds, paisa le lo, de do, like this, daily happening actually, correct? So now we have to bother about how to handle such kind of cyber security issues through different models of simulation, OR, etc. So I can say that it is the most relevant discipline which combines many other features of the decision making and almost all kind of industry, right from petroleum to road to passenger, hospital, farming, agriculture, nothing is left beyond your domain. The only thing is that we have to simplify the things. We have to well connected with the different kind of interfaces. We need the people who can also do the Power BI also, and they can do the coding also, and they can do the stochastic modeling also. So idea is this, I think this is one of the best place where such kind of things can grow. And I now look after the IIM Mumbai, maybe only for 6-7 months, because after that somebody else or even I may continue also, I don't know. But we want a very strong relationship between these two departments, because we have traditionally been known for industrial engineering, and our love and affection for this discipline is as high as it was earlier also. But we want to take it slightly different way. I don't want that this 14 lakh, 15 lakh wala problem aaye. So we want to run some programs where degree will be some sort of MBA or PG degree, like say PGDX, PGPX kind of things. But courses will be of same nature only, correct? So this kind of things I will come with proposal to Jendra ji and Chaudhary Sahab, or somebody else, maybe there are Chaudhary Sahab also will all talk, so that we can have very good nexus, connections between these disciplines, so that we can foster both from your side a strong analytical support, computing support, and many departments and disciplines, and our side also we have some small knowledge in this area, so that it can grow together, and we can also have a very good neighbor, very good friends in days to come. I think from my side this is enough. Thank you very much for inviting me, and I feel proud to be.